Hey all, welcome back to my channel, BK World TV. Today we will be continuing the build on Agora models DB5 from the 007 series for Pack 6, stages 39 through 47. Welcome back everyone. So today we will be continuing the build on Agora models DB5 from the 007 series. Pack 6, stages 39 through 47. So as you can see, these are all the packs for this pack that's included in Pack 6. So we'll first start with stage 39, which will be building the wheel. Again, the spokes. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started on the build. So as you can see in stage 39, we will be starting off the build by building the outer wheel rim. This is the regular build version of it. They do include the easy build version for those that don't want to install these spokes manually, as you can see here. But we'll be doing the regular build. So we'll set the easy build one aside. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So to start off building the outer wheel rim, we'll get our handy mount here for to build the wheel. But we will place this piece here, which is the center wheel, or the wheel center. It's gonna go right in here. There's a notch again on the mount, so it'll just line up with the center wheel. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the outer wheel rim right over on top of the jig. There's a little hole, a pinhole there to line up with the pin that's sticking out on the mount. So it's just gonna fit in one direction. So just like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and install the spokes. Again, on the first off is on the lower end, and then afterwards the second pack is gonna go on the upper portion. There's two sets of holes for that. But anyways, since this part is for the regular build, it's a time-consuming process. So we will be right back once all the spokes are installed. So, and we're back. As you can see, now got the spokes installed on the outer wheel rim. So what we'll be doing next is we'll be fitting the spoke retainer ring, which is this piece right here. So basically, there is a little slot on the wheel rim where this part that's sticking out on the retainer ring will fit. So once we locate it, it's right there. It's a little bit hard to see from the light, but it's right there. So it'll just fit right in. And then we're gonna secure that in place with 4 PS01 screws. So let's go ahead and screw that in. So as you can see, we got the screws in. So we'll go ahead and tighten up these screws. I just don't over tighten them because the wheel is plastic. You just don't want the spokes to be falling out. So now that we got the screws in, that is it for stage 39. So if we remove it from the mount, you can see we got the spokes all installed. So that is it for stage 39. In stage 40, we will be assembling the inner wheel rim. So as you can see, these are all the parts for the inner wheel rim. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be taking the outer wheel rim that we assembled in the previous stage, and then we will be fitting this spacer ring in place. So as usual, the spacer ring has a little hole right there. So if we zoom in, so it'll go right on when there's a little pin that's sticking out onto the outer wheel rim. So it can only go in one direction. So go ahead and snap that into place. So just like that. And then next, what we'll be doing is we will be fitting all the spokes now for the inner wheel rim from the center of the outer wheel rim right here, and then then we'll be attaching this one. So we'll go ahead and get the spokes installed. So we'll be right back. So now that we got all the spokes in, we've added the outer or the inner wheel rim assembly onto the outer wheel rim, and then we're going to secure that in place with 4 PS02 screws. So let's go ahead and screw it in. And then that is it for the wheel rim. So basically that is it for stage 40. In stage 41, we will be fitting the tire as well as the tire slasher, which is the center push that goes into the center part of the wheel. But anyways, let's go ahead and put the tire on first onto the wheel that we created in the previous stage. So let's go ahead and get started. So we will first put the wheel in some hot water. So we can soften the wheel to make it easier to put in or fit in. So we'll go ahead and soak it in for a few minutes. Okay, so now that it has been about 2 minutes, we'll go ahead and dry the tire up. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna fit the wheel or the tire onto the wheel. Let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, we now have the tire installed onto the wheel. So what we'll be doing next in this stage, we'll be taking the chassis here, and then on the left rear wheel or the disc here, we're gonna attach this tire and the wheel to it. So there's 3 little pins that's on the center of the wheel, and that's gonna slide right into the to the slots that's on the disc itself. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's just gonna click right into place. It's plastic, so it should click in fairly easily. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna slide in the hubcap, which is this piece here with the stem, as you will, and then it's gonna slide right on top of the little metal pin that's sticking out. So basically you just have to push this in all the way. So once you have put in the hubcap, we're gonna align the slasher. It's gonna go right onto the hubcap. So it's gonna stick right just like that. We are not gonna glue anything in because all these pieces are replaceable parts. So it says do not glue them. So basically, once the other hubcap or the other slasher fell off, we'll just put that right back in. We now have both of the rear tires installed. The hubcap or the slasher falls off a little bit, but that is basically it for stage 41. In stage 42, we will be installing the exhaust pipes. So as you can see, we have the exhaust pipes and the muffler. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be installing the pieces for the mufflers together. So basically we'll be taking two halves of the mufflers. So one that has these 2 screw holes, and the other one is basically just the indentation for it. So basically we will be, if we zoom in, so it'll be looking like that. Then we're gonna repeat the do the same thing for the other side as well. So it's basically just gonna be a repeat like that, and then we will be securing these 2 mufflers in place with 2 PS05 screws each. So let's go ahead and screw them in. So we have the mufflers now all screwed in, or at least the both pieces are screwed in together. These are plastic, so just make sure when you tighten the screws, don't over tighten them. And then next, what we'll be doing is we will be installing the mufflers onto the underside of the chassis. So we need to bring the chassis over. So we got the chassis over here. So if we zoom out just a little bit. So we'll be installing the mufflers on the rear side. So basically the mufflers are going to go right into these two holes, or these 4 holes here. The top holes has the notch where the of the screw, so it's going to line up with the notch that's on the muffler there. So basically it's going to secure in like that, and then we're going to get the other side of the muffler as well. So basically it's going to be connected to the chassis in that position there. Then we're going to turn the chassis over, and then it's going to be secured into the chassis. The muffler is going to be secured into the chassis with 2 PS05 screw each. So let's go ahead and screw them into the chassis. So as you can see, I put 2 screws in already right here. So we're going to put in 2 more screws to hold the muffler in place. Okay, so now that the mufflers are in, we're gonna install the exhaust pipes. These are the 2 exhaust pipes that we have. I believe the right exhaust pipe is the longest exhaust pipe. So the top one is the right one, and then this one, the shorter one, is the left one. So first we're gonna take the right exhaust pipe, and then we're gonna connect it to the muffler, and then it's going to connect to these 2 mounting holes that's on the chassis. And then we're going to secure that in place with 2 PS05 screws from the other side. So let's go ahead and screw that in. Now that the right side of the exhaust pipe is installed, we'll go ahead and turn it back over and install the left side, which basically goes here, and then these will be the 2 mounting holes where the left side of the exhaust pipe will be secured in place. Just like that, and then we will be securing this exhaust pipe again with 2 PS05 screws. So let's go ahead and screw them in. So as you can see, we've now got the exhaust pipe and the mufflers installed. So that is it for stage 42. In stage 43, we will be basically detailing the cockpit floor with the carpet. So this is the plastic cockpit floor, and then we got some carpet, I think maybe stickers that we need to stick onto the floor there. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be taking installing the carpet sticker, as they call it. These are felt stickers. So basically we will be taking, I believe, this piece right here. So we'll set the other pieces aside. So we will be removing this portion of the carpeting. So we remove this part right here. So as you can see, all the carpets are already pre-cut out into shape. So all we just need to do is to stick it in place. So basically, we will be sticking this piece of the carpeting right over this top, you could say, little cap type indentation that's sticking out right here. So it's gonna we just have to basically, if you can see, we're gonna have to basically line this up. And we are basically gonna go right over there, and then we're gonna bring the other edge down onto the other side, just like that, and then we're gonna stick the other edges all down together as well. So basically, it's gonna stick on just like that. We just need to make sure that there's a screw hole that's right next to the carpeting that's right here. So we just need to make sure that that screw hole does not get covered by the carpet. And then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece right here, So be taking out this piece, and then this piece of the carpeting is going to basically stick right along this part here of the cockpit. So basically, as you can see, it's a little bit dark, but we have the carpeting now installed on the foot portion there, I believe for the driver's side. Then next we'll be installing the carpeting here on for the passenger side of the foot area, on top right here as well. So for that, we will be using this piece. So again, we'll be installing this on the passenger side of the footwell here. So just like that, as you see, the felt sticker is now installed right there in the footwell. Next, we will be installing the carpeting right here on the floor itself on the driver's side. So basically, this felt piece here is going to be sticking right onto the floor for the driver's side. So you can see where all the holes and all that line up with the screw holes there. So go ahead and place that in, or stick that in. So just like that, we now have the carpeting installed on the driver's side. So we'll be doing the same thing now on the passenger side here as well. So as you can see, we now have the carpeting installed on the passenger side. And then next, we will be taking the pieces from carpeting from this piece of the sticker, and then we will be sticking on the carpeting around the sides here as well. So this piece of the carpeting is going to go on this side of the cockpit floor. Just got to make sure everything is lined up. So just like that. And then next we'll be installing the carpeting on this piece here to the center, bottom of the center console. So as you can see, we've installed the carpeting right around here. Next we will be doing the other side here as well. So for this side, there's a indentation, there's a shape that's sticking out right there. There's a cutout that's going to be for this part here. And then finally, we're going to install the carpeting right here over the center area there. That's the transmission tunnel. The transmission is going to go underneath. Let's go ahead and put that last piece of the carpeting on. So just need to make sure that all the holes are all lined up. So now that all the carpeting is done, we will be assembling the gear stick. So basically we got the knob right here. So if you zoom in, we have the knob right here, and then the gear stick itself. Just like that. And then we will be attaching the gear stick onto the cover right here. So it'll be installed just like that. So you can see we now got the gear stick into place, and then we will be installing the gear stick right here in the center, just like that. Then we will be securing that in place with one PS05 screw from underneath. So let's go ahead and screw that in. As you can see, now we have the gear stick installed, and I don't know if you can see, but there is detailing on the gear stick. All the gears as well. That's a little nice detailing that Agora Models has put. Very, very good of them. So next we will be installing the handbrake. So this is the handbrake right here. So the handbrake is going to be installed right into this part right here. There is a notch on the where the handbrake will be installed, so it only fits in one direction. So it'll be installed just like that, and then again we will be using one PS05 screw to secure that in place from the other side. And then we will be taking the power switch cable here. We got the power switch on the end, and then it's gonna go right through this hole right there. So the switch is gonna be installed right there. And then we will be taking this mounting bracket. So this is the mounting bracket, and then we're going to be feeding the wire right through it. So we're going to feed the bracket right through, and it's going to be installed onto the 2 pins that are on both sides of the switch. Just like that, it's going to click into place. Then what we're going to do is we're going to feed the wire through this little marking there, and it's going to be secured in with these 2 brackets right there. So let's go ahead and feed the wire through. And then install the bracket. As you can see, that is it for stage 43. So we installed the carpeting, the gear shift, or the gear stick, and then the handbrake, and then the power switch. So now we will move on to stage 44. In stage 44, we will be assembling the gadget control panel, as well as the gas, brake, pedals as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be assembling the gadget control panel. So we got all the little buttons here. If you zoom in, I think you can see better. So we got all the buttons for the gadget panel there. And then we will be placing the trim, which is this piece right here. So basically, it only goes in one way. The side that has the 2, I guess you could say the pins that's sticking out, it's going to go through the holes on the gadget panel there. Just carefully push that in. So as you can see, we now got the trim installed. So next we will be installing the safety cover, which is this very tiny red piece right here. It's the safety cover. And then basically the safety cover is gonna clip right onto that 2 pins that are sticking up right there over the red button. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in, and just like that. So now I got the safety cover installed. So now we're gonna get the back side of the gadget panel here, or the center console, and then basically we're gonna slide this through. So as you can see, there's 2 holes on the center console bottom there. It's gonna match up with the gadget panel that we put together earlier. So basically just gonna drop right in. And then we're gonna secure that in place from the bottom side with 1 PS26 screw. So let's go ahead and screw that in. Everything in the gadget panel is plastic, including the button. So try not to break anything or over tighten the screw. So now that we got the gadget panel set up, we'll now be attaching the hinge, which is very tiny hinge right here. We're gonna attach it to the center console lid. So we'll be attaching the lid to the hinge, or attaching the hinge to the lid. That with 2 PS26 screws. So again, the PS26 screws are very tiny screws. So just make sure you don't drop them anywhere. So now that we got the hinge installed to the lid, we'll be installing the lid to the center console. So basically gonna go in like that. Then we're gonna install the hinge to the center console with 2 more PS26 screws. And just like that, we now have the center console with the all the gadget panel installed. So we'll set this one aside. So next, what we'll be doing is we will be attaching all the pedals. There's 3 of them. So we'll be attaching the pedals onto the floor panel that we built in the previous stage. or added the carpet into the previous stage. So if we zoom out just a little bit, so the pedals will attach right into these three parts there. And then the pedals are labeled A, B, and C. So the lettering is right there in between the two pins. So A, B, C, and C, and then there's a corresponding A, B, and C right here. So we'll be attaching the corresponding pedal to the corresponding mounting points, just like that. And then we're gonna attach the metal, or not the metal, the pedal trim. The pedal trim is gonna slide in just like that. It's shaped according to the pedal area, so it only fits in one direction. So we'll just push that into, click that into place. And then we're going to secure the trim from the back side with two PS05 screws. So the screws will go into these two holes there. So let's go ahead and screw that in. So once the screw is secured, we will be placing the center console right here. So basically the larger part of the center console is going to be at the front. It's going to sit just like that. And then we're going to secure that in place with two PS05 screws on the back side. It's going to screw in right into these two center holes there. So let's go ahead and screw that in. So just like that, we now have the all the pedals as well as the center console with the lid installed. So that is it for stage 44. In stage 45, we will be installing the circuit board over to the floor panel, and then also starting to install some of the wirings. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be installing the circuit board over to the back side of the floorboard here. So the circuit board will fit right into this square here. So, and then it will be secured using 4 PS05 screws. So let's go ahead and screw the board in. So as you can see, we now got the circuit board installed. Next, what we'll be doing is we will be installing the wiring. So we'll be taking the wiring for the power switch that we installed in the previous stages. It is labeled 01, and then it's gonna fit into the 01 slot that's down in the bottom center. So let's go ahead and connect that. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of the wirings that came in this stage, and then we're going to connect them to the corresponding slots. So for example, like it's labeled, each wire has a number. It's going to be connected to the same number that's on the circuit board. So let's go ahead and plug all of those in. So now that the wires are installed, one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is we will be first we'll be only connecting the 2-pin connector wires. There's 2 cables that are 4-pin, which is the one that we're going to connect next. So basically, the 4-pin ones are going to go into these 2 slots there. It's the only 2 that are 4-pin. And then the numbers are also labeled, so we'll be connecting them accordingly. So let's go ahead and connect those. So as you can see, we now got both of the 2 4-pin cables installed. So next we're going to be gathering up all of the wires. And basically, it's gonna go right through here, and then we're gonna put in a clip that's right on top. Clip is gonna attach with a screw there, so just have to make sure all the cabling goes there cleanly. Let's go ahead and organize that. So as you can see, you got all the wirings all nice and tidy. So we're gonna put in a clip or the wire bracket, which is this wire bracket here. With the little part that's indented for the screw. So it's going to basically go on top just like that, and then we're going to screw that in with 1 PS14 screw. So let's go ahead and secure that. So just like that, we now got the wire bracket installed. So next we're going to locate wire 9, which should be one of the 4-pin wires. So once we locate wire 9, which is this one of the 4-pin wires, this wire is going to go down through the center here and then out to the back. Then next we're going to do is we're going to take another one of these wire brackets and then we're going to mount the wire bracket here and secure the rest of the wires into place. So let's go ahead and do that. So just like that, we now have the wirings all bundled up. And then next we will locate wire number 11, which is this short wire here. And then basically we want to feed wire 11 through this hole, through the floorboard there. So let's feed that through. Just like that. So wire 11 should be coming out from the top now. Then next, for the rest of the wires here, we will be installing the wire bracket, which is this wire bracket here. This is a larger one. And then we will be screwing that in place with 2 PS 14 screws, which is going to go right into these 2 mounting holes there. So let's go ahead and screw that one in. So just like that, as you can see, we got the wire bracket installed. The wires are feeding now through the center. And then next we will find wires 2, 4, and 6. So these are the wires 2, 4, and 6, and basically we will be feeding the wires in through this channel portion right here. So once the wires hook through the bracket there at the bottom corner, we're gonna feed the wires through this channel there, and then we're gonna add the channel bracket, and it's gonna clip right into these 2 small pins right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to take the remaining wires, which is 3, 5, 7, 8, and 10. So once we've located wires 3, 5, 7, 8, and 10, which should be the remaining ones, and then basically we're going to feed this wire through the channel on this side right here, and then we're going to use another one of the clips to hold that in place, kind of like what we did for the left side. And just like that, we are now done with stage 45. In stage 46, we will be putting together the driver's seat base. So as you can see, this is the base for the driver's seat. So let's go ahead and get started. So in the first step, we will be putting together the seat adjustment handle, which is these two pieces here. So basically, we will putting in the top portion of the handle together to this small piece right there. Basically, just the cap just slides on. So once you put the cap onto the seat adjustment handle, we'll be taking the base of the seat and then placing that right on top there. So basically, it's gonna face down. The lever is gonna go down just like that. It's gonna sit just like that, and then we're going to secure that in place with 1 PS12 screw. So let's screw that in. Okay, so now that the adjustment handle is installed, we'll be taking over the putting in the seat cushion here. Feels like a kind of like a rubbery thing, and then the larger, as you can see, the larger side is going to point to the back, so it's going to sit onto the base. Just like that, right inside the little square area there. It'll sit in just like that. And then we will be taking the top of the seat cover right here. And then, as you can see on both sides of the seat cover, there's the little cutout that's going to match the cutout that's on the base for the seat. Just going to slide that through. To make sure the screw mount there goes right through the cutout of the seat. So basically it'll look just like that. And then that is basically it for stage 46. So it's a very simple stage and straightforward. So now we'll move on to the next stage. In stage 47, this is the last stage, we'll be assembling the rest of the seats together and then installing or mounting the seat over to the floor panel. So let's go ahead and get started. So in the first step, we'll be taking the seat cushion here and installing it onto the backrest here. Basically, we'll be making the backrest for it. So basically, the side of the cushion that's facing angle downwards is going to line up with the plastic angle downwards as well. So it's just going to go in just like that, right in the center. And then we're going to put in the cover of the seat. So just slide that in. So just like that. So now we got the backrest for the seat all put together. And then next we're going to be making the brackets that'll put the backrest to the base of the seat together. So first we'll be taking the brackets marked R2. They're a pair, so the R2 ones will go together. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to first take the knob for the bracket here, and then we're going to install the bracket right through the backside here, just like that. Then once you fitted that the knob installed onto the bracket, we're going to take this piece here, and it's going to line up just like that. One side is going to line up with the little plastic bump that goes into the curve, and the other side is going to be for the screw hole. Alright, once we have aligned the bracket, we're going to secure all three pieces together with one PS36 screw. So let's go ahead and screw that in. So just like that. So now the lever should be able to turn and everything. The next we're going to be installing the other side of the bracket together. So we'll be taking this smaller piece. It's going to go in this direction, and the bracket is going to fit right on top, just like that. And then again, we're going to use one PS36 screw to secure both the brackets in together. So just like that, as you can see, you can move the brackets a little bit. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take the base, or the backrest of the seat, and then the bracket that we made earlier, the knob is going to it's going to install onto the part where there's three screw holes. So it's going to go in just like that. The knob will be facing outwards, as if you'll be able to adjust the backrest. And then we're going to secure that in place with three PS21 screws. So let's screw that in. So as you can see, we now got the bracket installed onto the backrest. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be focusing on the other side and installing the other bracket. So for the other bracket, basically there's a shape to it with a notch that's going this direction, so it's going to only fit in one direction. So we're going to put that on right there, and then we're going to secure that in with another PS21 screw. Let's go ahead and screw that in. Just make sure you don't over tighten it, because everything is plastic for the seat, with the exception of the seat cover. That's a little bit of a flexible, soft plastic material, but everything else is plastic, so just don't over tighten them. So now that we have both of the brackets installed, we'll be installing it to the seat base. So basically it's going to go in, it's going to install just like that, right over both sides. And then we will be securing both of the brackets into the seat base with a PS01 screw for both sides. So let's go ahead and screw that in. Just like that, we now have the seat all put together. So you can also push the backrest forward in order to be in order to access, I guess, the back of the vehicle later. But anyways, we will now be attaching the seat or to the floor base. So let's go get our floor base back. So as you can see, we have our floor base right here. So we'll be installing the chair or the seat. If you zoom out, right here on the driver's side. So basically all four or all three of the mounts are gonna attach into these three parts there. Then once we turn it over, we're gonna secure the seat in place with the floor using two PS05 screws. So let's go ahead and screw them in. Just make sure you don't over tighten them, because everything here is plastic. So once we have our seat all attached to the floor together, that is basically it for stage 47 and for this pack. So in pack 6, stages 39 through 47, we basically assembled the rear tire wheel assembly together from the regular build version. So we installed each of the spokes, then installed it to the rear axle, and then installed the muffler with the exhaust pipe to the chassis, and then started on the flooring and then into some of the interior as well. So like all the carpeting materials has been placed onto the floor panel, and then installed all the pedals here, the gear stick, and then the center console with all the buttons for the gadgets, as well as started on the driver's side seat. So far it is looking very nice. Can't wait to see what the next pack is in store for us. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.